What's up, Bucko Nation? Welcome to the Pirates Live 412 postgame show. I'm Mason Pesky, your host. Tonight we're going to discuss the Pirates' 3-2 loss at the hands of the Seattle Mariners last night at PNC Park. It certainly was not a pretty one. Here as I go to grab to get a tissue. Not a pretty one for sure. Let's get into it real brief, and then I will share my notes with you. It is not a lot tonight because, again, this game was rather quick. It went by extremely quick, and I didn't take a whole lot of notes. So let's just discuss real quick. So Mitch Keller made the start. He had a very strong start tonight, of course, but unfortunately 2 hits were what won Seattle the game. Seattle had 8 hits tonight, but only 2 of them really mattered to win them this game. Actually, maybe 3. So anyway, let's start off with the scoring. Bottom of the second inning, Marcell Ozuna comes through for the Pirates, singling to center. Scoring Endy Rodriguez. It is 1-0 Pirates at this point. Bottom of the third, the Pirates get another run on an infield single to third by Nick Gonzalez. Nicky G comes through for us. Brendan Lau scores on a throwing error by J.P. Crawford, the Mariners' third baseman. Reynolds is safe at third on this error as well. We're in really good shape. We're knocking, we're pounding, we're banging. It is 2-0. Mitch is looking good. We're scoring. It looks like it's going to be our night, and I felt really good at this point. But at the top of the fourth, Cal Raleigh, who was a home run beast last year, has not unfortunately been as much of a home run beast this year. He only has 8 homers, which is not very good for him compared to last year. But yeah, he homered to right center field. This cut the lead to 2-1, and yeah, that's impressive. That was impressive for Raleigh to hit a home run. He was like the home run king last year, and this year, unfortunately, it hasn't worked out as much as you would have hoped for him. And I feel that's part of the reason why Seattle is not as good as Seattle was expected to be or where they wanted to be this year. Top of the 7th, this is when it really hit for the Pirates. Cole Young, who was a 2022 graduate of North Allegheny High School, which is about 20 minutes from here. He's only a year older than me, if you can believe that. Connor Griffin is younger than me, and Cole Young is only a year older than me. It's crazy how time flies these days, but Cole Young, a Whitfield player, hits a homer to right center field. This scores Brooks Raley, and it gives the Mariners a 3-2 lead. The Mariners bullpen had looked really good tonight, and they were able to shut us down, holding us to no runs, and the Mariners walked out of PNC Park with a 3-2 victory. Both bullpens allowed no runs tonight, which was interesting. George Kirby got the win for the Seattle Mariners. This improves him to 6-7. Mitch Keller took the loss for the Pirates, dropping him to 5-5. And Andres Munoz got the save, his 14th of the year. So that's interesting. The Mariners improved to 41-39. The Pirates dropped to 39-40. Let's talk about my notes here. I'm not going to get too pissed tonight because I'm not really super duper upset about this loss. I know it's a tough one, but there's nobody you can really collectively blame. I know I've been critical of Kelly at times, but he made the right decision keeping Mitch Keller in my opinion. He pulled Keller at the perfect time, and I do defend that decision. I thought he managed a great game tonight, to be honest. So, yeah. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Keller is being hit around too much. Yeah, this was the biggest thing I noticed. Every batter, it felt like, was hitting Mitch Keller tonight. And that is a problem for sure. We cannot continue to allow this to happen. If this continues to happen, then it's going to cause issues for the Pirates. And that's what we cannot have. So you can't let Mitch Keller be hit around as much as he is, or he was tonight. And that's an issue. There were many strikeouts. It was just hit. A lot of them were fielded well. I thought we were better defensively tonight for sure, because we did a lot of good catches and all that. But yeah, I was not happy with the fact that he was hit around so much. But in a way, it's a good thing because his pitch count was lower and he could make it go longer. But yeah. The offense looked fine early on. Yeah, I was happy about that. It did look fine early on, but unfortunately it did not look fine in the game. That was a good effort on Triolo on the play. When they hit, I forget who hit it by Seattle, but it was hit right to him. It went into the outfield grass a little bit. He bobbled it, or he almost got it in time to make the play to first, but he didn't. And yeah, this was a little disappointing for sure. But Triolo, it was a good effort. Offense looks fine. Yeah, it did look, or I had that in there earlier. The offense did look fine early on, but not the rest of the game. Hang on, wait. I have a note here. I can't read it. Of course, we let the long ball kill us. Yeah, we did let the long ball kill us tonight. That's unfortunate for sure. You got to be able to put up 4 runs a game to win, I feel like. So, yeah, that's disappointing. This isn't Keller's fault. This whole pitching staff minus Ashcraft just isn't the same. Yeah, that's completely true, and we all know why it's like that. I mean, it's just so annoying, because I remember last year, this pitching staff was through the roof. We were going for games quickly. Like, there were more nights like tonight. Things were quickly, and yeah, this is not the Pirates pitching staff from last year. Everybody, I feel like, minus Ashcraft, has taken a step back, and that's a problem. Like, when your pitching system is good, you don't make a change. It's almost like dating. I don't have a girlfriend, but I'm going to use this as an example. If you're in a relationship with a girl or a guy, you hang out every week, say 4 nights a week. You go to the movies, out to dinner, to sporting events, shopping, etc. twice a month. You're happy, she's happy, and things are going well. And then one day, you get out of bed, and you say, I feel like I could take a step up in my dating life. And then you call the girl or the guy that you've gone along so well with, that you've had your best memories with, that you're really happy with, and that you think you could share a life with in the future and build something special, and tell them, hey, I'm going to break up with you. I know this is hard, but I feel like I need to take a step up in my personal and dating life. And then you ask somebody out, or get asked out a month later, by somebody you believe will give you that step up. And their itinerary is, you only hang out once or twice a month. It's a privilege to go to the movies or go out to dinner that you only get to do 3 or 4 times a year at most, let alone once or twice a month. You only get gifts from them on Christmas and your birthday. Like, they're not investing in you. They're just there just for the ride and to, like, just to not be alone. And they just coast. How do you think of your prior significant other? You probably think they're great, or they're solid, and why did I get rid of them? That is exactly how Paul Skeens, yes, I'm going to put him out there because it seems like he's the one who wanted this change to be made, so I'm going to put him out there. We need to start holding people accountable. Just because he's the star doesn't mean he never gets held accountable. Don Kelly and Ben Cherington feel about this pitching coach change. The pitchers were doing fine. The pitching staff was doing good. Everything was clicking under Marine. And they decide to make this change for God only knows what reason, to elevate them and give them the next level up. And guess what happens? They go backwards. So if that was you in that relationship, and I'm sure some of my followers, the people that are listening, have been in a relationship like that with a significant other. How did you react when dealing with the significant other after the first significant other? I'm sure that significant other made you annoyed. I'm sure they gave you problems and they made you like, why did I break up with the prior one, significant other? That's how the management should feel right now. Because that's essentially what they did. And they're paying the price for it. So great job, Donnie Kelly. Great freaking job. I remember, and I'm not comparing Don Kelly at all to this coach except for one thing. They look just like each other. If you pull their pictures up side by side, you cannot say they don't look like each other. I watch YouTube vlogs, or like behind the scenes footage vlogs, like those YouTube series the teams do. Nathaniel Hackett, if you remember him, he was the head coach for the Broncos for less than a year. He was like, I think like 4-11, something like that. Got fired the day after Christmas after a debacle against the Rams and was just an awful coach. He said player-led teams win championships. I feel that Kelly somewhat shares that philosophy and attitude. And Don Kelly is a much better Major League Baseball manager than Nathaniel Hackett is a football coach. Hackett will probably go down as the worst coach in my lifetime. Or one of the worst. And Kelly won't even go down as the worst Pirates manager in my lifetime. Put it that. However, I feel like that part of Kelly is somewhat of the issue here. When player-led teams win championships, they're saying a specific thing. And I think this is the issue and what clogged a drain. The drain got clogged because one player made a request. And because that player won the Cy Young, you have to cater to them. Or it feels like you have to cater to them. And so they did. And look what happened. So yeah. It's not Bill Murphy's fault. He's just the victim of the circumstance, I feel. You can't even say it's Kelly's fault. Tonight. Or last night. The one thing you can blame him for is the Bill Murphy hire, which we just talked about. Tonight, I thought he did a fine job. I think he did. I do. That's it. Just, you can't listen to your players. Like, this guy's been a baseball lifer. He's been around baseball his whole life. He's been around Jim Leland and A.J. Hinch. Why not use their philosophies? Like, when we had this guy, I thought we were going to get, like, we need to be getting right now 50% of Jim Leland, 50% A.J. Hinch. That needs to be Kelly's philosophy. If that were Kelly's philosophy, we would probably be 10 to 15 games over right now. But I don't think that's the case. And that's disappointing and concerning. I ultimately feel like our biggest issue right now is just simply the fact that we are hurt. Sure, the bullpen hasn't been great. However, Griffin and Cruz are somewhat the heartbeat of this team. Yeah, they are. I definitely feel like we're feeling the loss of them, especially Cruz. I know he could be a dummy knucklehead sometimes in the outfield, but he is a talented player, and like that bat means something. That lineup presence means something, and Mangum's done a great job, but I just don't think he can replicate it. Cal Griffin especially, like, we need that bat, we need that attitude, we just need that heart and hustle. Mangum's doing a great job right now replicating Griffin's heart and hustle again, but it's just not KG. Like, we need KG in the lineup, and we need O'Neill in the lineup, and KG started a rehab assignment in Altoona. He'll be up soon. And hopefully Cruz comes back soon. So yeah, it'll be fine once they get back. And I just wish sometimes Charrington would be more urgent. I mean, this team has a chance. Yeah. Look at what Washington has done in year one under Taboni and Butera. Look at what Miami has done in I think it's year 3 of Peter Bendix and 2 of Clay McCullough, and look at what they're doing. Look at what Chicago's done, like with your 2 of Will Venable, and I think it's your 3 or 4, I want to say, if Chris gets. It doesn't have to take 7 years. It doesn't have to be this way. I know Charrington put in a lot this offseason, and he's done a great job with some of the trades he's made recently. He's done great with the trades he's made in the past year. We just need 2 more good trades out of him. And we're right in the thick of this. And we're possibly playoff team. It's not over yet. But with a continued lack of urgency, it could be over sooner rather than later. Hopefully something's done, and hopefully something's done fast. That's all I'm going to say for you guys tonight. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. And as always, peace and God bless. I'll see you guys for the pregame show later today. Game 2 against the Mariners. Hopefully we bounce back. Bye, and good night. God bless.